Hey guys, I'm back, and I just got myself a PowerPC G5. Now this computer, although nearing 10 years old, still is holding up pretty well. I mean, it has two G5s in it, both clocked at 2.5 gigahertz, so it's absolutely no slouch. And it has Leopard on it right now, I believe, although it has tons of software on it that I really don't need, and it's just so overloaded and slow, and I think that, a fresh format and reinstallation of Leopard may fix that problem. Although that brings up my first issue, which I'm trying to solve as we speak. As you can see, I have my Hackintosh loaded up right now, and I've been working for hours trying to create a working Leopard disk. I only have single layer DVDs, so it's nearly impossible for me to get a DVD working because I have to remove a certain amount of packages so I can fit it onto a single layer disk, which I have an entire spindle of. No dual layers unfortunately. I'm going to continue working on that, and hopefully I'll eventually get it on a disc. We'll see. Well, it took a good 2 hours, but I finally got it on a CD. Or, well, excuse me, a DVD, should I say. CDs are not exactly usable anymore, but, yeah, this was an absolute painstaking process, but thankfully it's done. Well, somewhat. I mean, I can say it's done. I put something on a DVD, but I don't know if it's going to work. So why don't we find out? I'm just going to shut down my Hackintosh and boot up my brand new PowerMac, and we'll see if it does anything, which would be absolutely fantastic if it did the first time, because if I pull out my stack of macOS 10 install DVDs, no Leopard, nope. I was trying to install Tiger before, and I just decided about halfway through the installation progress, I'm like, it came with Leopard, I might as well not downgrade it, but attempt to put, Leopard on it again, a fresh installation, although it's going to be an absolute painstaking process. But I did it, so we'll see if this turns out to be as I expected, or if it's not. Man, my English is so broken right now, excuse me. It's getting pretty late. Alright, finally ready after replugging all of the cables. Let's power this thing up. Ah, listen to that roar. And that beautiful chime. Alright. Okay, so here's the disk. I have to boot it up into verbose because otherwise it won't start, unfortunately. It's a very, very odd thing that's going on, but I guess what happens, we'll make do with, right? There we go. So, it's starting up. I don't know if any of you Mac users out there have seen the verbose boot. I know as a Hackintosher I've seen this too many times. Far more than I'd like to. But, c'est la vie. What are you gonna do? As you can see, the clock was reset. The PowerMac right now actually has the CMOS battery, or the PRAM battery in it, whatever you want to call it. Although I believe it's dead. I already ordered a new one on Amazon because it loses the time every time I start it up. Or when I should say it barely starts up. But hopefully that'll work when I put a new one in. As you can see, it's doing this very odd thing right now where it says disk OS3 error. I don't know if this is just because of clutter on the hard drive. I really don't know. But that's why it needs a format. We'll see what's going on. So I've got a terabyte drive in there, which Leopard is currently installed on, and I have a 500 gigabyte backup drive, which I believe is a 7200 RPM Seagate. And the terabyte drive seems to be working fine, although the 500 gigabyte HP, well, it was taken out of a HP, but the 500 gigabyte Seagate drive is just making absolutely horrible clunking noises, grinding noises, and I'm pretty sure it's on its way out, or at least halfway there. So I'm going to come back when this thing is started up, if it ever does, hopefully. And we'll see how far we can get. Ooh, progress. Look at that. Gotta love it. Who really knows where this will take us? Well, I finally got this thing running on the 5th try. The first, I believe it was complaining because it was stuck in some weird line called an MDNS responder. It was looping for some reason. And the second time, the hard drive simply couldn't be found. Very odd. And the third, it got to this odd loop where it would get to the login screen and then flip back to verbose, run some lines, go back to the login screen, and then repeat the process, and never giving me a chance to log in. And then the fourth, I can't even remember. It's too late for that. But here I am. So I'm gonna open up the DVD drive, and I'm gonna pop in Leopard, and hopefully we will get a result of sort. Alright. Something should pop up, hopefully. The grinding noise the hard drive is making has grown even worse, and I didn't think it was possible, so this should be good. The thing is literally dying on me right now, and I don't know if it's going to go before I finish this video. Who really knows? Hopefully it won't. Hello, DVD? Come on. Alright, well, we're waiting on that. Look, applications. They come on computers. Very exciting concept. Quite surprisingly, the NVIDIA GeForce 9800 XT that comes in this Power Mac, which has 256 megabytes of RAM, can actually drive a 1080p display. Whoops, sorry for the jump cut. I ran out of storage. But the DVD finally was found. It took about 5 minutes and the computer locked up entirely. I'm not sure if this hard drive is going to make it much longer, as I've said a couple times already. But let's see if I can even get into the DVD. Who knows? Seems like everything is dying now. I don't know if this computer is going out as we speak. Oh, there we go. Look. Isn't it beautiful? Install Mac OS X. Let's see if we can do it. Alright, this is going to ask me to restart. And let's see if we can restart. Once I give the command. Okay. Could not be used. Startup volume, okay. Okay, well, let's do it manually then. Why don't we? Let's try that again. Oh my gosh, it's frozen entirely. Oh dear. I'll be back when it restarts. Alright, since my Leopard installation failed, thanks to a bad disk that I made, I think I'm just going to install Tiger, and then I'm going to use a combo update to update the Tiger. So I'll be back if this installs. And we're off. Let's see if it works. Well, this has turned out to be quite a project. I left out last installing Mac OS X Tiger, and that was quite a process on its own half. But I installed that, and now I have, well, as you can see, I'm booted into Leopard. But a lot happened in between installing Tiger and installing Leopard, and I decided to cut that out just because of how long of a video this is already turning out to be. So I installed Tiger originally, and immediately after I just figured, because my Wi-Fi card wasn't working, it's only designed to work with Mac OS X Leopard, but I decided that I might as well, instead of downloading the combo update and going through all that, and then moving it over to the Power Mac, I might as well just go online and try to find a pre-made single-layer Leopard disk. And that turned out to be a little more successful than before, trying to make my own. So I was able to burn that to a disk and put it into the Power Mac, and surely enough, it worked. So I installed it to the terabyte drive, which I named Macintosh hard drive, as it's so commonly named on Macintoshes, and I reformatted the backup drive, which is the 500 gigabyte Seagate, just in case I want to, make a time machine. So I can't believe it. We're finally here, but it's done. This is a really long and overdrawn video, but surely enough, now I have a backup machine that's willing to work anytime. So let's just see if I can get on the Apple homepage quickly. I believe that's my homepage. Yeah, look at that. It's no speed demon, but the web definitely works here. I'd say at least these PowerMax G5s are probably the only PowerMacs that can, or PowerPCs in general, that can browse the web, especially the quads. But this dual-core works just fine. So, guys, thanks for watching. I know this was a really drawn-out video without much actual content, just a lot of rambling. But please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll be doing more reviews in the future, and hopefully a little more coverage on this Power Mac itself. So yeah.